welcome back.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you. I know from a viewing standpoint, yours is one of the top ones from that series.
Oh, so wow. That's
not
crazy.
saying it has anything to do with you as a person or anything, but
well, she's pretty cool, though.
I'm totally taking my self-worth from your viewing ratings.
As you should. I think your life only goes up from there.
It does. It does.
So that'll be great. But we're glad to have you back.
Thank you.
It's been, whatever's the math, from May to
4 months.
4 months.
April.
It was April.
April.
Yeah, late April.
Yeah.
Early April? Late April.
April.
Late.
April. Let's just say April.
It was late.
BBBS was the 17th or something around those. 21st.
Oh my gosh, that memory. Wow.
21st.
April. Cool. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I only remember it because my daughter's due date was like right around that exact same time.
Fair.
So
the rest of us are going, I don't know. I thought it was May. You said April, 4 months, and he has the exact date, time, and minute, right?
Yes.
So why don't you give a recap for those listeners that have not listened or watched the first podcast, which you should go back and do. Why don't you give us a recap of what Stagerie is and all those fun details?
So Stagerie is an occupied home staging consultation business. We are available nationwide. We have stagers in multiple states. We have realtors that use us in multiple states, and it's all done on your phone. You don't actually have to have a stager come out and tell you in person that your grandma curtains need to come down.
No.
I know.
My
no grandma curtains in the kitchen. It's a pet peeve. No Charlie Brown sheets on the bed.
What about carpet in the bathrooms? Can I leave that?
God. Do you want to sell for top dollar? It is entirely up to you. So here's the trick. If you don't care what you sell your house for, don't use us. If you don't care, cool, save your money, okay? We won't help you, and it'll be good. If you do want to sell for top dollar and you're living in your house, we can help.
And it costs like, what, $10,000, $20,000 to work with you?
Oh, I should raise my prices. $180?
$180.
So the way that it works is, let's say you're listing your house for sale, your realtor comes over, they could take, or you do it yourself if you're for sale by owner, I'm not picky, you take pictures of your home before you get it ready for sale. As many pictures as you want, one from every corner of every room. Don't forget the back, front, etc. Upload them into Stagerie. Tell us what rooms each picture goes to, and you will get a punch list or a task list in your email in 2 days. It's not 2 business days. We do work holidays. It's 2 calendar days. And it will tell you room by room, pack this table, take down the pictures of your grandkids, take this print from the basement that you have laying against the wall and hang it up where the grandkids used to be. Maybe buy some cheap white sheets from Target, and here's a link. Let's not keep Charlie Brown sheets on the bed, which I have seen Charlie Brown sheets on a $5 million plus house in their primary
Pretty sure
bedroom.
you had a reel about that.
I might have, yes.
It
was this gorgeous primary bedroom with a fireplace and a tray and this view, and then peanuts. I love peanuts.
So if you're wanting to know what that looks like, your Instagram is? Stagerie_com,
Stagerie_com. We are on Facebook under Stagerie, TikTok under Stagerie, starting to post more reels.
And that was the first one.
That was the first
and
one.
It was
Don't
a
be
doozy.
the Charlie Brown house.
A doozy. We'll also have all that stuff in our description below on YouTube as well. So, so typically in staging that I know of, you have to like buy furniture or rent furniture.
Yes.
In your home. Do you still have to do that with you guys?
No. I'm a realtor. I've been a realtor since late 2015, so I'm on almost 7 years. And most of my clients are normal people. They can't afford to buy their next home and move into it and then put their old home on the market. So they are trying to figure out how to make their home look like it should be on HGTV with all their stuff. And when clients would ask me, what should I do in this room? I would be like, yeah, I don't know. I don't design. I don't stage.
Okay, sell your home.
Not me.
I am really good at negotiating. I'm really good at keeping my clients' interests in mind. I have no design eye.
Except for
at all.
Get rid of the peanuts sheets.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, I knew that was bad. I know what's wrong.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know how to fix it, but I know it's wrong. And so there's a lot of different staging services. There's the virtual staging, where if you have a vacant house, a company like a Box Brownie will Photoshop furniture in. That's great for a vacant house. If you have a vacant house, you can rent furniture for all or part of your house at a tune of, say, $1,000 for 1 month, and it goes up from there. It really does depend. But there's not a lot of services for occupied homes, regular people. And staging can add 5 to 20% onto the value of your home. So even if you're selling for $200,000, 5% is 10 grand. I will take 10 grand. That's a lot of money for me to put into my next house. Or maybe I just need to sell fast because I have my eye on the next house and I don't want to lose it. Or maybe I hate showing my house because it is a miserably intrusive process. I'm not going to lie. And I just want to be done on the very first showing. This is where staging matters. It's something that some realtors are using for every listing. I use it on every listing. My team uses it on every listing. And it's key because otherwise, if we're not bringing the right team in place, are we really doing the best we can for our sellers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even at the 5%, I think that's a really good return on $180.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. $180. And you might have to buy sheets and you might have to buy towels.
Oh, forbid that you put in all of maybe
$250.
Yeah, okay. I think it's worth it.
I sold my personal house in March. I staged it using Stagerie. I spent $264 outside the $180 for white sheets, white towels, some faux succulents, decor items, literally about $250, $260. I sold it on the first showing, and I was able to dictate my offer. And to me, I did not want it to go and hit the market and have to be out of it for 2 hours here, 2 hours there. 2 adults, 2 teenagers, 3 cats. That's not going to happen. So it was worth my $420 to get it done. $440 to get it done.
Hey, I mean, it costs money to make money.
It does. It does.
We say that all the time, even in selling your own home, which you would think what the market is, you're going to make more money, but why not spend the 180 or 440?
Correct.
And get that all out there.
Correct.
I'm kind of going to skip and just go to the question that I have. Why is this not being done on every home ever sold?
Stoy, that's a great question. That's the one I'd like to answer. Now, we launched our initial software package back in April of 2020, and it was the start, who knew? It was the start of the strongest seller market in recent history. Now, I was last here in this chair in April. Mm-hmm. We established it was April.
The 20-something at like 3 p.m. Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
When I was last here, interest rates were between 3% and 4%. They are now 5.5% approximately. The market has slowed. It has slowed week to week. Mm-hmm. We are starting to see things like price reductions on houses, open houses that don't get canceled. Sellers are competing with other inventory. Buyers have choices. Gone for now are the days when you could put a sign in the yard and have offers 20 grand over list price from 5 different people in 8 hours. Those days are gone for the foreseeable future. So now, as a seller, how do I, selling my home, differentiate myself to make sure that if I'm only going to have 3 showings in the first week, somebody looks at it and says, yep, that's the one. Every showing counts. And for realtors, every client counts. So I am now primarily working on Stagerie, so I'm a little bit less worried about the real estate market in terms of my personal income. But realtors, every client is going to count. Do you really want to sit on the market, or do you want to skip the staging step and instead in 3 weeks have to tell your sellers you need to cut the price by $5 grand? Sellers are not happy to do that if they think you haven't provided a full complement of services. They don't like it. They want you to put in your part.
So is it really easy for a realtor to just be like, here, I'm paying Stagerie to get it done, part of their package? It's something that the client is seeing done? Is that one of the avenues
Yeah.
can work with Stagerie?
You know what? As a realtor, here's the script, realtors. If you're listening, here's your script.
Write it down. Listen.
I got it.
It'll
Record
be recorded.
it. This is
Correct.
it. Seller, I am here to help you sell your house as quickly as possible for the most money possible. To do that, I am going to advertise your listing. I'm going to have professional photos taken. I'm going to post them everywhere I can, and I'm going to help you figure out how to prepare your home for sale. I am going to pay Stagerie $180. I'm going to go take pictures of your house right now. I'll upload them tonight. I will send you your report in 2 days. Now, seller, you want the top dollar. You want to sell quickly. I'm going to ask you to work with me and do as much of you as you can on this report. We are in this together. My goal is to not have to do a price drop. My goal is to sell it for the most possible money for you, given your restrictions, to get you out of this house in whatever way makes sense.
Sold. Did you guys hear
Mic
that?
drop.
Did you?
I was sold. I'm
everyone
ready.
else sold? Did you write it down? Like,
Let me get my listing agreement. No, I'm kidding.
because like,
Woo!
I mean,
Well, and then you give links and specific things to simplify it for
Significant. Yes. Yes.
Everyone.
And what people don't see is behind the scenes within Stagerie, it's a technology platform. This is not Angie's List. I'm sorry. Is it still called Angie's List?
I think it's just called Angie's.
Angie's now.
Okay, it's not called Angie's. It's not Angie's. There is a software package that if I, as the realtor, upload all my photos and send them in, now a stager can pick up that project and they do the work because it cuts down the amount of time they have to spend per report in half. They can do it at 8 o'clock tonight. They can do it at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't care when they get it done, as long as it's done within 2 days. And they're putting in example pictures, links, your kitchen counter, take out the spices, the toaster. You may leave the coffee maker, take out the blender, pack all that away. And now you've got this wonderful island, and here is a bowl of fake fruit you can buy from Target for $20, and here's the link. For people like me, that if you tell me to put some decor on the counter, I will get it wrong every time. I mean, every time. I don't want to think about it. We're all busy.
Yeah.
So we give you the links. Now, if you choose not to buy that because you've realized you have something similar, great. If you choose not to buy that because you've decided that you saw something on Amazon that was similar, totally fine. I don't care if you use the links or not. We just want to help. We just want to help. And we're not telling you your design is bad. For my kitchen, it is functional for me to have my toaster out. It is required for me to have my coffee maker out. It is less functional for me to have my spices out for as little as I cook, but I like to pretend that I would use them. But when selling, my functionality no longer matters. You're not selling you. You're not selling you as a person. You're selling this lifestyle that this home can enable, and that is key.
I think a big thing there is now, as a buyer in that situation, now I can envision what this house could look like. Yes, I always can make it my own, but if you just see somebody's clutter and all you see is clutter, in my eyes, I'm like, I don't even. Now, we bought a house that was just cluttered as can be. Ours was 100% cluttered as can be, and luckily my wife is very good when it comes to like designing and figuring that stuff out. But just going in and just getting overwhelmed because there's so much stuff. I think there's probably 4 or 5 houses we just walked out of. We're like, I don't even know what this house could look like. I don't even know what we want it to look like.
Now, let's talk about the
Simplifying the
house you
situation.
bought. Had it not been cluttered, you might have paid more. Despite the fact that your wife had a strong imagination. Just ponder that.
Yeah.
I mean, it
probably
was a
because
little
would've
bit over our budget regardless.
Anyway.
So I don't know that we would have. I think we would have potentially,
gone
because we
elsewhere.
were the first people. It was one of those things where we had been looking. It was location. It was everything. We're like, we just got to pull the trigger on this house. We can make it our own. And I think we were 5 months into the process and knew exactly what we wanted. And we're just
Sure.
like, we're good. We're good with this
You've
one.
walked out of enough now.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. We know what's in our range. But at the same time, there's a house side by side. One sold right away. The other's $30,000 more, a little bit bigger, but there's a ton more clutter. But It's got more updated finishes. So the 30,000, maybe it's a little inflated, but that's sat on the market for a month plus now. The house next to it sold in 2 days.
Yep. Matters. I've seen buyers for the last 7 years. Buyers make a decision on a house within 30 seconds. They walk in and they automatically feel like, how can I put it best? Have you ever heard that saying, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no?
No, but
I've heard it.
You're going to take that now.
I like that one.
I like that one
I
too.
like that one.
Buyers feel that way. If it's not a hell yes, and can I say that? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
because
can
I
swear.
did.
F-bombs are probably the only one that
Yeah.
leak out.
I don't know.
That's about it.
If they don't feel like that in the first 30 seconds, you have lost them. They will then spend the rest of the showing checking off items in their head. Does this have space for my dog in the backyard? Yes. Does this have a guest bathroom? Yes. Does this have a spot for my office? Yes. But that first 30 seconds is key, and what you have in the house is all you can do to get them to feel that way. I see it every time. For buyers that will live in the house, as in buyers that are willing to pay full price, non-investors, they are not looking, they're emotional when they buy. I don't care how many wants and needs they have checked off. They are emotional.
I love how you just said that, because I was going to speak about this next, of the emotion side. So you had spoke about, it's not about you. We're not judging you and your house. We're just trying to get the best for it. So what you're doing there is, from a seller perspective, getting rid of the emotions and making a business decision, right?
Yes.
I'm just trying to get the most money. It has nothing
Right.
to do with me as a
Right.
person, emotions. So take
Right.
emotions out. And by doing so, you're creating more emotional decisions by the buyer
Correct.
in doing so. Because if it's cluttered and they're doing a checklist, that's more of a business decision. Oh, well, they don't have a third bedroom. I'm done.
Right.
Whereas you're making it emotional within that first 30 seconds.
How you feel.
I'm going to take that one. You can take my if it's a hell yeah, if it's not a hell yes. Here's my new mantra.
Yeah.
I want to be unemotional as a seller so that the buyers are emotional.
Yes. And really everyone should be unemotional, but that's impossible. So as a
It's
seller,
hard,
I
especially if
want
you've
them
lived
to
there.
be emotional, and I want them to feel the home.
Yes.
And not try to nickel and dime everything. Because you
Yes.
nickel and dime it, then
Yes, absolutely.
you lose it, or...
And the market has just shifted. So I'll pick on, there is a popular suburb here in Des Moines called Grimes. Everybody in the room knows where Grimes is. In the last month, between $250,000 and $300,000, which is a good average price point, one house has sold. Not even house, one home. I was looking at townhouses and single-family houses. I was just tracking that every week. One. There were 5 on the market, which means we now have 5 months of inventory for that particular submarket, right? If there are 5 months of inventory on the market and you only have one chance to sell it this month, don't you want to do it fast?
Ideally.
Ideally. I mean, that's a big deal.
Ideally,
It's a
right?
big
Because you want to
deal.
move on and get to the next.
You want to move
place.
on.
Unless you're
and,
that emotional person who likes the pain.
maybe,
I
yes.
don't know who these people are.
Well, and it gets embarrassing when your neighbors are like, did you sell your house? And you're like, no.
No, not
Oh, well, I thought I saw it showing. Yeah, I didn't. Anyway. Yes. Yes.
You're right. So what's next?
I'm so glad you asked.
You've been
We-
busy.
Yes, we are embarking on conferences in September and October. Stagerie will be at the Missouri Association of Realtor Conference week after next. We will be at the Iowa Association of Realtors. In first week of October, we will be at Realty One Group's Base Camp Conference in Texas the week after. We are currently signing up additional conferences, additional speaking engagements. Now that the market is shifting, people are more willing to listen. We are, which is fantastic. This is the time, right? And I have not announced this publicly yet, but I'm going to go
Where are you
ahead
gonna-
and do it
right here?
here.
Do I need, like, a
Right
little-
here. Sure, if you want. I can't.
I need a button.
We need a drum
There's
roll
gotta be a
button.
Do we have a drum roll?
No.
That's
You
okay.
have something that's cool?
I have an
I do have something
We
that's
have a
cool.
trap horn.
We have a jam-
Yeah.
I haven't even written the press release on this yet.
All right.
All right, we're
Okay,
ready.
Which I'm going to do later today.
We're ready.
We are now an approved vendor for Realty One Group realtors nationwide.
Let's go.
It's about 17 or
Bring on the
18,000
champagne.
agents.
Right.
I'm not on the marketplace yet. Should be set up by Friday as my welcome meeting. That joins our partnership with Remax. And because we are the only company focused on occupied homes on a national level using your phone and computer.
Virtual?
Not virtual. Virtual is photoshopping, but online.
Online.
I know, it's confusing, right?
Very
So confusing. We are the only occupied staging company that is a preferred partner with both Remax and now Realty One Group.
A round of applause.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so you guys got the scoop first. I have not announced this publicly yet.
That is amazing.
But everything's been signed, so hopefully it's all good. Sorry, Realty One, if I but it's all signed.
By the time this goes out,
How'd you
it'll be
feel
fine.
when you heard the news?
I've been working with them for quite a while, so I'm very excited to finally get it over the finish line. Everybody's busy, summer was busy, et cetera, and I think it's brokerages have to attract more realtors to their brokerages, and one of the ways they do that is by offering partnerships with vendors that their agents can use, right? So, let's make sure that that the brokerage is enabling the realtor to do their jobs and to stay busy with actual income producing activities instead of things that just our time sucks. So that's where we are. We are starting our Google campaign, social media campaign. I have a marketing person now and a tech person so we can implement changes faster. The next big change that we will be implementing will be review systems. I want to start reviewing our stagers who do an awesome job.
Love it. So,
Like 5-star review, 4-star
Yes.
review,
All 5, of course.
all 5.
moral of the
All
story
the
is
best.
sign up, use Stagerie, whether you're a realtor or a person, right?
Yeah.
Individual.
It can be a for sale by owner. It can be somebody whose realtor doesn't want to pay for it.
Right.
Right? It could be, and I've even used it, or I've seen people use it 6 months before you list. It might take that long to pack your stuff
No,
up.
that's true.
Right?
And to know what to pack up.
Right.
Because
Right.
it would suck to pack up and be like, well, I could have kept all that out.
That
or
couch would have been
I should have
awesome.
used that. And now I'm, digging through the boxes.
Right. You know what? If you have a client moving into your town, I had a realtor client who used Stagerie for a seller who was selling away from St. Louis and moving to Iowa. That realtor used it for the St. Louis house
Oh.
because now that seller feels like he's going to get more money out of St. Louis and he can spend more here. And by the way, that seller is going to be loyal for life and become a buyer and maybe sell in the future. I mean, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I would use it. We're not selling.
Okay, it's all good.
And you don't do commercial yet, so.
We do not do commercial. I do have designers I could point you to, but we do not technically do commercial.
Get a couple of our buildings sold.
Yeah.
A couple of.
Yeah, we would like to. One other option might be Airbnbs.
Oh.
You already
call.
have furniture and you need help staging it for an Airbnb usage.
Yeah.
That is going to be also the next path forward for us because Airbnbs need professional photos and staging helps keep them rented out.
And probably like a blueprint for their cleaning crew too, to be like, this is where everything goes. Just do that. Just put it right.
Put it
here.
right back.
Just
Yep.
put it right, wherever this is, put it here.
Yep.
Be great to go.
We're exploring add-on services. It's going to be a really exciting next couple of years for Stagerie. We want to hit every occupied home in the U.S., and then we will expand into vacant staging. We're going to be the one-stop shop nationwide.
I love it. I love it. And that's your focus now
Stagerie.
exclusively.
Yeah. My real estate team, I have 3 agents on my team that are outstanding, and all they need is for me to get out of their way and help them when needed. So, yes, they are running with the business. So our real estate business is still there. And frankly, I think some of my clients would be in at least as good hands, if not better, with somebody else.
Oh, how humble of you.
They're awesome people. So this allows me to focus on Stagerie because I'm sick of seeing ugly homes on Zillow.
Oh, Zillow.
Oh, Zillow or Realtor or the MLS or whatever. It kills me every time I click through pictures and I'm like, God, that's a horrible one.
Did Zillow just get in trouble for overvaluing or doing something with their listing?
Zillow has been in trouble. Open Door got in trouble for advertising that they could save sellers money and they can't. False advertising. The iBuyer trend is definitely being hit hard because the market is shifting.
Makes sense. It all
And
checks.
I'm really glad to see it because, frankly, it's been difficult for buyers the last 2.5 years. We need some balance.
Oh,
we need
yeah.
some balance in the force.
Oh, absolutely. And that goes for all markets.
Yes.
You have to
Right.
have balance. You can't keep going up.
No, no.
Over the
impossible.
lifetime, yes, but not in that short spurts. I mean,
10% or 15% appreciation in 1 year is crazy.
we did it for how many years?
Too many. Too many.
Like, so many years.
Yes. I think every realtor right now is breathing a very deep sigh of relief.
Probably not the new ones getting started though. that
Well,
might be a little difficult.
No, it is
but
what it is.
It's cycles.
But they
and
could
so-
set themselves apart if they use Stagerie.
Yeah. So I think they should use Stagerie. Do you think how many more times we can say Stagerie? Like in an
Stagerie
interview when you go
count.
meow, like we just say Stagerie.
Well, fun fact, my daughter came up with the name Stagerie.
Oh, I love
Really?
it.
Yes.
You never told us that.
Well,
What's that? You have a story around that, or how did you come up with it?
We were on a road trip, and I was trying to figure out a good name. I'm not creative, so I was thinking Stage My Home, and she's like, well, Mom, it should be like Frankie, our cat, like Stagerie. And I went, okay,
There it is.
let's
There
do
it
it.
is.
That was it, yes.
So Frankie
I
the
love
cat.
it.
Frankie the cat inspired Stagerie.
Stagerie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My
Frankie.
dog's name was inspired on a road trip.
Really?
See? What was
Harley.
the dog's? Harley?
We saw a Harley
Drive by.
motorcycle on the way to look at golden retrievers,
There it was.
Perfect.
and then we saw her, Harley.
Perfect. Harley. I love it. Not Harley Quinn, though.
That's her middle name.
And that's her middle name. So yes, that's great. I love it.
So I'm curious, since we've seen you, any big either ahas or challenges or lessons that you've learned over the last couple months?
Well, you guys taught me at the VIP day that I needed to do video. So I don't know how many people watching have had the pleasure of working with the Black Mammoth team for the VIP day, but it was really outstanding to spend, 5 hours? Just working through the life I want, the business I want, and how do we get there. And the big aha was, why aren't you doing videos? I am a reader. I do not have my volume turned on my phone, so when things autoplay, I can't hear them. Yes. And yet, video is kind of where it's at. Since then, I challenged myself to do 10 reels. I have posted 4. I'm working on number 5. I'm getting better. And my teenager's friend now follows me on Instagram.
Okay, you made it. You made
There
it.
you go.
Her 14-year-old friend does,
is-
and I'm just like, oh my God,
You've made
these. Yeah, I mean, granted, she's not selling a house
No.
because she's 14,
No, not at
but
all. But
it was
Future seller.
it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool when I saw this follower, and I went, "Ooh, who's that? Oh, hi!" Like I'm cool again.
Yeah. You're cool
But
again.
it does make me think more. It really has helped me also to hone down the messaging every time.
Yeah. Absolutely. So are you enjoying doing videos?
I'm enjoying the creative side of it, the editing. I have a couple of pieces of software I have on my phone. I'm using CapCut and Subcat and something else, and those are working. I'm getting better. My goal is to be able to get one done in less than 90 minutes.
That'd be good.
I haven't hit it yet.
I just do it raw. I just film it and then I post
Put it out
like
there.
I don't like my wife yesterday made fun of me at the dinner table, by the way, because I posted pictures from our trip. And if I take a picture, I just didn't post it. I don't edit it. I don't do anything. And it like cut off my head. She's like, you can't do that. I'm like, I don't know. I just put it in there and I say something and I post it. I don't do anything.
Did you cross post it?
Well, yeah. I'll make it from Instagram to Facebook.
Yeah, so I think if you go Facebook to Instagram, it doesn't do that.
Oh,
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's a different cropping system. So if you crop it one way on Facebook, I think before Instagram, it'll show up normal. But if you crop it on Instagram and then share it to Facebook, it shows up messed up.
interesting.
I'm going to go find that video.
Yeah. I mean, those are just pictures. And then I did a video of the kids, but I don't do any editing. I don't do any of that.
Well, okay.
I might add music.
I did have this creative urge to film a video in Target, literally, and that one took me 3 hours to edit because
That was
somebody
good.
walked by behind me and I was trying to figure out how to bleep them out. That was the part that took so long. So lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Next time, refilm it before I leave instead of saying, "Oh, I'll just bleep them out." Not bleep, but blur them out.
Yes.
Out of
Yeah,
respect.
Yeah, that takes probably time.
Well, I love
But
that you
learn.
took action. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was sitting
I
in
love that
Target
those reels are
and had no
refreshing.
makeup on and had my cart full of groceries and a purse on my shoulder, and I went ahead and videoed. And I'm sure everybody was like, "What is she doing?"
Why
I'm a wannabe influencer.
Hey, you are. You have a 14-year-old followed you.
I know. Yes.
It all
2,
starts
counting
there.
my kid.
2 counting your kid.
She kind of had to, though.
Yeah, if she unfollowed you, that would be an issue. That would be an issue.
So I think the next aha too, I'm gonna throw these guys another bone. My other aha in the last 5 months, was figuring out why I want to do all this, and what does life look like in 20 years, in my 60s? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm old.
You say 40s?
60s.
I heard 40s. I don't know.
40s currently, mid 40s, and where I want to be and what is the point. And to me, the point is it's helping sellers, it's helping stagers grow their income, absolutely, but it's something I can do for the rest of my life. I want to grow this company, and I can live anywhere with internet.
Good caveat, yes.
Yes, and do this, and it's the kind of thing that just inspires passion, and this is it's a wonderful journey, but it is also a means to an end, and it's okay to have both.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're doing something that it will never go away.
Hopefully. Yeah.
And it has really never been done. So
It's never been done.
That's gotta energize you no matter what it is.
It's terrifying.
Because you literally could be the one that changes the industry.
Hopefully.
Standard.
And the staging industry is fragmented. It's a lot of independent stagers. So let's get stronger. Let's sell better. Let's really up the game in terms of what people expect. Everybody expects professional photography now.
Right.
Why don't they expect staging?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it went from photography to videos to drones to like everyone's
Yes.
doing all of that. And now
Social media advertising is a big deal. Yes, all of those things. But now let's actually look at what's the product we're selling and is it presented the best way possible?
now it's your time. Stagerie's time.
Yes. Yes.
Stagerie.
Stagerie.
Would
That's
you
on my
get quota?
shirt. Stagerie. Yes.
Well, anything else? Any other questions?
That was all I had.
I'm trying to think.
I think we nailed it. I think it went very smooth.
Awesome. Think you guys are amazing to be with. Absolutely. You bring out the best of me. That and coffee. Sorry.
Well, I would put coffee up here and
Well,
that
I would
down
too,
here.
but I
It's
was
fine.
being tactful.
That's fair. That's fair. That is valid. That is valid. Ryan?
As always, everybody, Nora with Stagerie. Like, subscribe, follow,
Stagerie.
share. Exactly. Like, subscribe, follow, share. We're gonna blast all of our socials.
So hi.
Yes, in the description below, whether it's a podcast, whether it's on our YouTube. But this is a growing business, and it's gonna flourish. So get on board at the ground level. Show some support. Go follow her. Like her reels. If you have ideas for reels, I'm sure she'll take them.
Yes. I absolutely.
Yeah, any more Charlie Brown sheets out there? You
Yes. Send us pictures of some
Exactly.
really bad things.
That'd be a
That
good
would be
one.
really
Send
fun.
her DMs of stuff that you've seen that are really, really bad, and she's just gonna run with this.
That's right.
And just
I won't
say,
tell anybody
"Don't
who
do
sent it
this."
either.
anonymous.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to do something we've never done before.
What's
Okay?
that?
She brought up something that she's never said before, right? We just learned. I think we should do something that's going to be kind of cool. We're going to sponsor the first 3 people that reach out to you for Stagerie,
Oh my God.
and we will pay their fee.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow, you guys.
Yes. So if you hear that and you're the first 3, reach out. I mean, it can be to us or to her. Don't matter, but we'll get that done.
Let's talk about how I could set up a coupon
We
code
could.
for 3 people.
Good. Let's
Pick your code.
We'll get you those details.
That's right. That's how we're going to
And
do it.
we will
In the
splash it
description.
In the description. And on the post or wherever, but we will do that.
Awesome. Thank
3.
you guys.
Absolutely. And Stagerie.
That's right.
Stagerie.
Stagerie out.
Stagerie.
That's funny.
The preceding program was sponsored by Black Mammoth. Any awards, rankings, or recognition by unaffiliated third parties or publications are in no way indicative of the advisor's future performance or any individual client's investment success. No award, ranking, or recognition should be construed as a current or past endorsement of Black Mammoth. Information regarding specific awards, rankings, or recognitions is available on the Black Mammoth website, www.blackmammoth.com. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. Investment strategies such as asset allocation, diversification, or rebalancing do not assure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. There are no guarantees that a portfolio employing these or any other strategy will outperform a portfolio that does not engage in such strategies. This broadcast should not be construed by any client or prospective client as a solicitation to effect or attempt to effect transactions and securities or the rendering of personalized investment advice due to various factors including changing market conditions. The information discussed in this broadcast may no longer be reflective of current positions or recommendations. While information presented is believed to be factual and up-to-date, Black Mammoth do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. The tax and estate planning information discussed is general in nature and is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Listeners should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding their specific legal or tax situation. Past performance is not indicative of future results.